these people are very smart. They've been working on it, so it's been certified by the FAA. So what could go wrong?
I don't know them. I don't know them. I don't know them dudes. FAA.
Yo, guys, I'm Zap. This is Jericho, and we are the 6-time international award-winning pop hip-hop music duo Band and Future. We do clean, fun music that everyone can listen to with a sound that's uniquely Californian. And you are now tuned into the Life's a Circus podcast, where we talk about things that are funny, interesting, and ridiculous. But before we start, as always, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with somebody who is tired of waiting on flying cars because they said they were coming. It's 2023. Like, we supposed to be in the Jetsons age, and we still on the ground in traffic, man.
True.
One company is working very hard to change this, and they said that they have finally developed the first true flying car. Do you believe it, Jericho? Do you believe that they don't have a
I saw the picture of it, and my brain can't put it together like this thing flying, because things that fly have either propellers or wings, and this thing doesn't appear to have either one. But I imagine it doesn't look like it, but it I would assume that something in there is going real fast to make something kind of lift happen, but I don't see where it would be. So
yeah, I
don't know.
All right, so we'll put a picture up on the screen here. What we're talking about is, I think this is how you pronounce it, the Alef Model A. It was unveiled at the International Auto Show in Detroit by Alef Aeronautics, based in California. So this is supposedly a flying car, and I think we've heard about this before. Different, companies, organizations making these flying cars. Supposedly, what sets this one apart is that they have received a special airworthiness certification from the FAA. So,
what does that mean?
I don't know. But I mean, it sounds like it's some kind of thumbs up, like, yes, you can do this. Okay. I don't know how much other red tape there is after that.
Sure.
But apparently that's a big thing, because they're saying that you can start purchasing these in 2025. So like a couple of years flying cars. There's been the price, $300,000. Which is I
mean, that's substantial, but also not that much.
Yeah, for a flying car. And supposed to be like 400 orders of it, pre-orders that are already been sent in. So, any thoughts just from that?
Yes, this is a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Let me just point out a couple of things that people seem to forget. How bad people are driving in 2 dimensions, right? They're already really, really bad at that. I live close to a freeway. I don't want to for 1 second think about the possibility of somebody coming over the wall that's supposed to protect because they lost control of their air car and coming through my window. And that would be a reality if these things are popularized, right? I would imagine you still have to have some kind of crazy special. You have to get a special flying car license, right? Or a pilot's license or something. But even then, the idea is, but I've always seen is that your flying cars can go anywhere, right? And I think there's rules about where planes can go and heights and all that stuff. So I think at the very least, the rule would have to be flying cars have to like follow the path like a street or a freeway. They can't just be anywhere. And then if they're not doing it, who's around to stop them? Do the cops have flying cars now? I just see this going so wrong. I want to look on the positive side because it does seem like a cool idea. Plus, there's something interesting. Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, a very smart man, he explained that flying cars already exist in an interesting way, right? Basically, what he was saying is that we were driving in 2 dimensions for a lot. We can go left and right and straight. And I was like, oh my God, I can't, if there's too much in my way, I can't go around it or whatever. And he said, okay, so that's why we invented bridges and tunnels, because we can go up or down. And now we have a way to get around things. And so technically that's the concept of a flying car, which is true. It's just, man, it's such a bad idea. That's the only. Do I want to fly a flying car? Yeah. Am I qualified? Absolutely not. Like, there's no reason I should ever be allowed, well, unless I have a lot of training. So maybe there's that part of it that's going to happen. But just the concept in my head, I just see this: two flying cars aren't going to be crashing into each other. They're going to be crashing into not flying things, and it's just going to be chaotic. That is my thought. That is my thought about it.
I saw the same Neil deGrasse Tyson thing, and where he also said, like, the flying car is the helicopter, basically.
Okay, sure.
So it's just like, why do we need more? But yeah, I'm with you. Like, that's the main thing. Like, I don't understand how people can fly cars and not just crash into stuff everywhere. Like, I don't, even on the road, you have lines. Like,
and the people do not pay attention to those at all.
Still can't get it right. How are we going to fly a car? I don't know.
There's no lines up there, I don't believe.
Yeah.
And the idealized version of this is the Jetsons or something. When you notice all of the car, or Futurama, all the car, they're flying straight. Yeah. Every time they're all going perfectly. And it's like, unless there's some kind of auto track, even I don't know how that would work. But it's man.
No, that would make more sense if it's just like, what was there a show where they were kind of like, they were flying, but they were in like these tubes?
I thought that was Futurama. I thought the people went in those tubes and the cars still had Jetsons vibe.
Oh,
I think there's probably been other ones though.
But I feel like if you had a flying car and then you went up to a certain level and there's just almost like a wave. So it's like you're not really flying the car, but you're just catching the wave of something that just takes flying cars.
Oh, sure.
In a direction. Then that kind of like makes sense.
Like a Airstream freeway up in the air sort of a thing.
Yeah, something like that will make more sense to me. And you can't like go left or right. You can just because the way they're presenting this, it's like basically getting out of traffic, right?
Yeah.
So you're supposed to be able to, and it's supposed to work, the way how you said in the beginning, how you couldn't see it flying. It does work more like a helicopter. So you're sitting in traffic. You're supposed to be able to just go straight up and then ride above the traffic.
Because I'll tell you what, if 300 grand will get me basically out of Southern California traffic for the rest of my life, I'm taking out a second on my house. I swear to you, that's definitely worth it to me. It really is. I just don't want it to be one. I don't want other people to be able to do it. I don't do it. Just me. And
land.
And again, I don't think people realize what the hard part is. I don't think the going up is the problem. It's the coming down and the how and the finding the space and landing correctly. So they may have to. Maybe you got to have like the equivalent of helicopter pads on buildings or something to accommodate. I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be. Oof. I don't want to think negative, but I see more bad than good with this idea, unless I get more information about it.
Yeah. Just touching on the helicopter concept, another issue that I've heard a lot of people talk about in terms of like flying cars and doing it like a helicopter style is that there has to be basically, to lift something off of the ground, you're having to have a thrust that's like pushing down.
Of course.
And so the amount of that thrust that it takes to lift up something like a car, like, is tremendous.
Sure. So it probably would
So
affect things around you and
yeah, you're just like, I mean, imagine like you've seen like helicopters, like when they land or take off, like people have the ear things on, and it looks like they're in a tornado.
yeah. It's like
Like
what would it
it's a
mhm.
serious event when a helicopter takes off or lands.
Yeah. So
And so
what
you're like,
would it sound like? You
think
know,
about people just doing that all over the place. It's
I
just
don't want
like,
to think about it. And from a safety perspective, you're sitting so close to this thing that's creating that much. Imagine what if the motor or whatever the rotor is like under
yeah,
the car. So
yeah.
you're
So
like,
well,
mhm,
basically, it's like, you know how a regular car is, you have like the front where the engine is, the passenger section, and the trunk.
yeah.
So basically, it's like the car is the way they build it is similar to that, but like in this trunk section and this motor section, they have, I think it's multiple, propellers. So once you drive the car and you go airborne, it's like the whole car shifts, and that engine section, that trunk section are now like your wings. So now you're sitting like this way, and the car basically rotates around you. So now that these two parts are your wings, and they're
Um,
pushing down
I see that.
while you're in the middle.
That's interesting. I like the idea.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want the first one.
yeah. I think they're being like kind of secret about it,
Mhm.
because I haven't seen any videos or anything. But definitely would like to see it in action.
I'd rather than wait till they get to because they got the aliens now, right? Just hit them. Like, how do y'all do it? Because all your stuff's real fast and like silent, and I'd rather have one of those because it just seems more fun and less. I could be wrong, but it seems less risky. Just yeah, having things moving, I assume spinning really fast, that close to me. What if something's not secured right, and
Yeah,
there's a lot of what ifs.
I don't know, man, but
Cool idea. Cool idea. I'll say it. I'll say that's still cool
yeah,
idea.
it's very interesting. I mean, they these people are very smart. They've been working on it, so it's and it's been certified by the FAA. So what could go wrong?
I don't know
Um,
them. I don't know them. I don't know them dudes. FAA.
uh, yeah. This has been another episode of the Lives of Circus podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with somebody who may or may not be interested in
Right.
flying cars, because they might be seeing them in 2025, whether they like it or not.
They're fat and angry. FAA, they fat and
Yeah.
angry. Free all alligators. I'm just trying to think of what they said. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I want to investigate the thing for myself.
But we need the FAA, man.
Do we?
Yeah, man. If you put them out of business, then you take their job. You're gonna take their job. They do stuff for things that fly. I don't know.
They took our jobs! They took our jobs! Took our jobs!